All right, in studio with Kim Villalobos and Meghan Fiso, a couple of seniors, both, academic honors and graduates and working on their MBAs, just like this whole Aztec women's basketball team. And very proud of what you guys accomplished last week in Las Vegas. Before we get to that, say hi to Tony Gwynn Jr. He's in Peoria.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
He's an Aztec.
Oh.
And there's Scraby, you don't have to worry about so much about him over there.
That's not very nice, but okay.
It's true, though. No.
What the heck? I'm just sitting here.
Scraby's our guy. Before we get to the LSU and making the tournament, I mean, that was the game of like all time last week, right? Last Wednesday. Now it's been a week. Kim, your play, I think you got most of your scoring actually in overtime. But now that you've had a week to think about that win in triple overtime to win the championship, I mean, what's going through your mind now when you think back about that game?
Yeah, I think it's still super surreal. I think I'm still looking at all the pictures and, just kind of thinking about that moment and also realizing how crazy of a game that was. And I just think it comes up in so much conversation, which I'm so happy about that it's even a conversation, after all these years. I'm just so happy we won at the end of the day.
And Meghan,
Kim,
go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
Real quick, Kim, I just have to say, haven't got a chance to watch that game. Your work in the post, that fadeaway jumper, little baby jumper you got right there, that was impressive. It was you guys made that a lot of fun to sit and watch that game. It is surreal, even for us who weren't even on the court. It is surreal to see you guys get a chance to play against some of the best in the country. So congratulations to both of you guys.
Thank you so much.
Meghan Fiso was a big part of that game. And but once they got into overtime, I think it was a little difficult to keep subbing in and out a lot. So tell me what the vibe was over on the bench, especially Meghan, when it went from first overtime to second overtime to third overtime. And the kids kept coming back over. I was like, what do you say now?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, in those moments, we just realized that there's like no space for any other thought besides like what we needed to get done. And I was covering my eyes a lot, honestly. It was really nerve wracking. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, please. And that was pretty much the vibe over there.
Yeah. And then sorry, Tony.
I was going to say it was you guys got up in both of those overtimes, up by 5. You guys lose the lead. You end up going to overtime. You end up with 3 of them. I mean, what is the mindset as you guys are losing those leads? Does any doubt creep in after you've done that twice as you go into the third OT?
Kim, you're up.
Okay. No, I think we were set that we wanted to win the game and whatever needed to be done was going to happen to win the game. Of course, we respect Wyoming, but I also think we were just determined from the first game against New Mexico. So this game was just kind of like, being confident in ourselves and what we do and what we all know we're capable of doing. And it is scary though, definitely in the overtimes when you're down. But I think just staying positive with the game and knowing that, it's not just being down 2. Crazy things happen this month. So it's just, I think we're just confident.
And Meghan, you led the charge once that final buzzer went.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you describe the celebration and the feeling of everything you put in your senior season? You and Kim have been here for 4 years, side by side, and to get to that moment. I know the tears were flowing a little bit, and it's okay because Scraby gives me a hard time, but I had some tears flowing on the side too. It was great to see you guys do it.
I know. I mean, exactly that. It was just felt like a big culmination of our 4 years that we've spent here, and just seeing the building blocks that we put down kind of just put us in this position. We knew that we weren't going to lose that game. So it was just really exciting.
What does it feel like to, really, as you said, you guys are kind of the backbone of this program. You guys have been here for as long as you had to be here in order to see this kind of change or start to change. What do you think a win like this, getting you guys here, does for the program? I mean, it seems like it's a big step forward into kind of being able to continue this after you guys are gone.
Mm-hmm, definitely. I think that's kind of how we approached this season. We knew we wanted to be culture focused. And so that's kind of what that was our thing this year, just making sure that we had a strong culture, make sure that the way that we left this program was better than the way that we came into it. And yeah, I think it just kind of shows that San Diego isn't just like a nice resort area, you know, it's, you could come here and win some championships too, you know, so it's definitely brought a bigger spotlight for sure, especially with all 4 teams from San Diego.
But these two kids are both laid back, Tony. Don't let them kid you. Don't let them kid you. Kim Villalobos and Meghan Fiso from the Aztec women's basketball team. And I want to one more thing before we get to the tournament, but thank you so much for beating UNLV. I can't tell you what, you know, the semifinal win to blow them out was not the championship, but man, it felt good, Kim. I mean, they have whipped us so many times. And I know Megan's a big fan of their coach, like I am. She's not, big fan. But just to beat them, that was awesome too. So let's not forget about that. Yeah. That was sweet.
Definitely not forgetting.
All right, so your Sunday was the big, reveal, and Ben Pearson, who's in with us, the media relations department, he said, you guys are sitting there, and LSU's name popped up first. You didn't know that you were going to play them, but he said the vibe was right then. I hope it's us. So tell me what the feeling was, Kim, when you saw it.
Yeah, I think I was really excited, honestly. I think it's such a big opportunity, you know, playing basketball in college. First of all, it's already like I'm so grateful for, but being on the biggest stage in basketball, the SEC tournament where LSU plays, conference, and just everything that goes with the program and its legacy in women's basketball is I already know about it. The team is aware of it. So I was just excited for the opportunity. I think for all of us, for the freshmen, for us who have been here 4 years, and even the coaches, you know, to be able to go onto their home court and play some basketball in front of so many fans. It was just exciting. Like, I'm really excited just to go play.
Get down there. And Megan, sorry, Tony, I'm so excited. I keep forgetting you're there.
I'm excited for them. I've been telling Chris, man, please take as many pictures as possible. You're about to be like in a huge deal. I mean, for you guys, have you been able to kind of talk to your families? For those who may not be able to make it to LSU, this game is on ESPN. This is going to be nationally televised. Have you been able to kind of talk to your families and kind of, will they be in attendance? And if they can, are they going to be able to check it out on the tube?
Yeah, unfortunately, my little sister is also playing in the tournament. So,
yeah,
you know, didn't want to make my mom choose or anything. So she'll be at home, but she's definitely excited to have us here. Both her daughters. I mean, it's just exciting, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My parents are going to be able to
Kim,
go.
your dad's not going, is he?
He's going.
Yeah, I know he's going.
No, it's a big deal, though. They never take flights, and they decided they're going to go fly out.
Oh, they're not going to drive. Yeah,
no.
Kim's dad is famous, Tony. He's been at every game that I can remember for the last 3 years. So he's a great fan. Leading the charge out there.
He was a little bit of a TV star this last game. So we saw
more than me. Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh my gosh.
It was all over. I know. He deserves it, though. He loves basketball.
And I want to say that when you guys won, one of the first people he came across the court, he hugged me across the way. So I was
he confused?
A little confused. Thank you, Scrappy. He was like, who's this guy?
No, my dad loves Chris.
I want to ask Megan because LSU's got some players. There's no question. And you are, I think your defense has been just, so fantastic this year. And I know the coaching staff relies on putting you in there against really good players. And you're going to see a couple of them here, at least. Flauge Johnson, Michaela Williams. Yeah. What are the coaches telling you? What are you seeing on film? And don't tell us how you're going to stop them. But do you feel like what's your plan?
Honestly, I think the plan is just to go out there and give it our all. Really, like the way I'm approaching it and how I guard them is just how I guard anybody. Really, I'm just gonna go out. I know what they do. I know the plays, like learning the scouting reports, all that. So just making sure I'm on top of that, making sure I know what shots they like to take, if they like to shoot threes, if they like to get in the paint, if they're a bigger guard. So I think knowing all those things and then just preparing how I would prepare to guard any other guard that we would play.
Kim, Tony, I'm sorry, we don't normally do this.
I want to hear from Kim. What's the scouting report? What is she looking at from the post position?
Yeah, same thing. I know Anissa Murrow and the rest of the post group. They're great players, of course. But I'm just so excited to compete. I think it's like I said, with finding out it's LSU. Also, those are players you hear about in the media and all that. But for me, it just makes me excited to be able to compete with players that are in the SEC conference. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for the competition. I'm excited for the matchup.
That's awesome. I do want to ask a little bit about the experience, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago that the NCAA was getting in trouble because we found out behind the curtains that the women weren't getting some of the same perks that the men were getting. And no, so that's changed over time. You guys have to be pretty excited to go through some of the experiences that you're about to go through with the NCAA. I mean, there's a bunch of things that you guys get behind the scenes for just being a participant in this bad boy.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, yeah. Sorry. No, like you said, it's honestly, I don't know what it looks like. I've never been. Clearly, this is our first time, but just excited to see where things have changed compared to before. I think you can already see through media how it has changed and how it's progressed and the positive direction. But I'm excited to be there now and see how it is.
Yeah, and actually to add, my freshman year, 2021, that was the year that like kind of went viral for not having the same equipment. And I was at Michigan that year, so we went and I got to see it. And so it was just honestly crazy. Like the differences in food that we were getting are like 5 dumbbells that we had. They're all like 5 pounds. I'm like, what the heck? But it's definitely been amazing to see how it's grown over the past few years, and I'm excited to get out there and see what more they've added.
Yeah, I know they get a charter flight down there, so that's one step in the right direction.
Amen.
That's one step in the right direction. Talk about your coach, Stacey Terry Hudson. She coached at LSU before she came to San Diego State, so I know she's going to be excited. But the family, atmosphere that she's created is easy to see for anybody that's around you guys. And I think you're taking this whole family down there to Louisiana with you. Talk about what she means and the work that they're going to do to get you guys prepared to play. Kim, sorry.
Yeah, I think the whole coaching staff has, always done their best efforts to try to make it feel like a family and create that environment for all of us, even within the team. And, remember that we all are sisters and just kind of lean on one another, just like we can lean on them. And just remember that they're there to support us and outside of basketball too. Just just reminding us that we're also, more than basketball players, which I think is something I valued all these 5 years. But yeah, I think Stacey's definitely excited. She has a lot of family heading out there or from there, I think she said. John too, he was also at LSU. So I think they're also having their own full circle moment, realizing it's LSU. But yeah.
Megan, how about you being part of this franchise? I mean, starting at Michigan and your experience here.
Yeah, definitely. I would say kind of what Kim was saying, just like the family vibe that they've created off the court has really flowed into how we are on the court. I would say for me personally, like how they handled everything when my dad passed was really important to me. And it just showed that they cared about me. And I don't know, it just kind of made me feel like I could trust them. And yeah.
You've overcome some things this year, and tribute to you, the way you've handled yourself under those circumstances for sure. Kim, you've now played when you suit up on Saturday night. Ben, correct me, 155, 156 games played.
Wow.
154 will be Saturday night. Does that tie the record of Adam Seiko?
Yes.
Most.
That's crazy.
I know.
Most games. Listen to this, Tony. Most games any Aztec has ever played in an Aztec uniform.
Wow.
Kim Villalobos. Awesome. Now gonna set the record. And you told me, Ben told me this like 3 weeks ago. He said, if we win the tournament and we get to the NCAAs, Kim will tie the record. Well, congrats. You're gonna tie the record.
Break it now.
Thank you.
And now you gotta win and break it.
Tony.
Yeah.
There's some pretty good basketball players that have come through this, both programs.
Yep. She's been here longer than anyone.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
It means so much. I'm just grateful. I think when you guys say that, I'm just full of gratitude. First of all, the coaches, it's their choice to put me in every single game, every single 150 whatever games. That's been the, all the coaches from my first year freshman year all the way to here. So definitely grateful about that, and just I can't believe, I'm happy my body's been healthy, like thank you to God I've been able to be here every single day in every game, and just healthy. I think a lot of players go through injuries and so many things, even struggles with mental health. So I think I've just been really blessed to have a support system that has also just helped me play all those games, really. It is crazy, though. Crazy.
Meghan, you said your sister. Now, where does she play, for those who don't know? And talk about growing up in a family where your sister's also playing at this level. It's hard to get one Division I athlete in a family, let alone two.
We actually have 3.
You got
'cause my
3.
little brother,
Oh, no.
He does track at Seattle U, so he
Okay.
switched it up a little. But my sister, she plays at the University of Oregon, and she's a point guard, little freshman. So it's been really nice growing up in a basketball family.
Did you used to dominate her, though?
Oh, yeah. I still do. Contrary to popular belief, I still do. So, yeah, it's been really fun, honestly, just watching her on this journey, one that I started not too long ago as well. And it's just been nice seeing her kind of grow into her own, go through her own things, but just ultimately just riding the wave.
Does she reach out to older sis when she, comes across something that she hadn't experienced before? You've been able to be a sounding board for her?
Definitely. We're really, really
That's
close.
awesome.
So I try to help her whenever I can. Just tell her, just calm down. It's a long journey. You got it. Yeah.
That's important to have.
awesome.
That's important to have.
Seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the key to this whole gathering in this studio is the vibe in the middle of the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's us, man. Kim,
That is
actually, I don't know how this happened, Tony, but I get to sit across from Kim and Meghan
Yeah.
on the bus. And
Yeah.
you know this, Tony. Everybody sits in the same seat on the bus every trip of the whole year, right?
Yeah.
Once you get
Yeah.
your seat, you're locked in. So
You
I
get
think
to know
it's
your neighbors.
we're representing the middle of the bus, guys.
True, literally.
I have to tell everybody the story of when you guys came in and Chris said, "Well, I'm not on your bus."
I know.
And they lost their mind. They were so upset that Chris is not on the bus. I was like, Chris, no one cares that you're on the first bus, but they
Yes, they
really
do.
do care.
We're talking to somebody.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get stuff happening
Yes.
over there, Chris.
I'll probably get a text later that I'm back on the original bus. No,
Yeah.
There's so many people going with you guys that they're going to split up the
Oh,
bus. And
yes.
Wow.
So it's going to be so exciting. I'm so happy for you guys. That's the only thing I keep telling everybody. I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
I've seen everything, pretty much that you guys have done, and the hard work you put in and the care you have for each other, and you two young ladies, especially watching you grow up right before my eyes, and
Literally.
and for
Chris.
Kim to come back this year when she could have.
That's a sound effect. Came out of nowhere. Yes.
we all support each other on this show, but Kim could have left after last year, and she said, "No, I want one more shot at it," and that paid off
It
pretty
paid
nicely
off.
for you. So
Yes.
And I was just telling Kim, we did not win that championship without her. So her coming back it meant the world to the team and also me.
Oh. No, seriously.
That's awesome.
Seriously.
Friendships.
hey, you
go a long
kids,
way.
you guys are great. Great job. Appreciate you coming in.
Now go beat LSU.
Yes.
No kidding.